Hi. In this series of posts, I'm going to share with you practical tips for losing weight. My name is Nicholas Cohen, MD. I'm a family physician focused on helping people lose weight without dieting. The biggest problem people face with diets is that they're good while you're on them, but they're hard to stick to in the long run. The reason for this? Diets focus on what you cannot eat. You therefore feel deprived. And we can't stay deprived for long. Whether it's stress in our lives or the desire to celebrate, we will end up going back to our old ways if we feel like certain foods are off limits. People I help lose weight don't feel deprived. And they don't drop the diet when they reach their weight loss goal. In fact, they feel it's like a challenge to eat all the food that they prepare for themselves. They actually enjoy eating the foods that I recommend. They experience more energy and better mood. So they don't want to stop the diet after they reach their weight loss goals. Hence, they don't experience that roller coaster effect of dropping the diet when life gets in the way. The foundation of my program and my approach is adding foods first. What we're focusing on this week is eating one serving of fruit each day. People who eat fruit have less risk of gaining weight over a 20-year period, and they actually experience weight loss if they're overweight. The reason for the beneficial effects of fruit is both the fiber and the water. All the water in fruit adds to its volume. The volume stretches our stomach, makes us feel full on fewer calories. The fiber slows digestion and prevents rises in blood sugar because the fruit passes slowly into our bloodstream, as opposed to refined sugars, which pass quickly, lead to insulin resistance and weight gain. Fruit doesn't do that. So the recommendation I have for you is eat one serving of fruit each day. This is a powerful step towards losing weight. Let's talk about the nitty-gritty of making this recommendation into a daily routine in your life. A serving is a medium fruit. These two nectarines are small, so 2 of these would be a serving. If we're talking about berries, I've got wild frozen blueberries. 1 cup is a serving. Which fruits to eat? Many people want to know what's the best fruit to eat. There is no best fruit to eat. The best fruit to eat is the fruit you eat every day. And whenever we're doing something daily, we want to add variety to prevent getting bored of eating the same food every day. One really effective way of building variety into your fruit selection is to buy what's in season. It's changing all the time. How do you know what's in season? It's what is laid out in a truckload on tables in the supermarket. What's in season is always the cheapest and most abundant. Another rule of thumb for how to select fruit, in addition to selecting for variety, is to select fruits that are highest in antioxidants. These are inflammation fighters that help with weight loss. Think berries. Berries are the highest antioxidant category of fruit. My all-time favorite fruit are acai berries. These are one of the highest antioxidant fruits in the world. They're also kind of expensive, and in the spirit of variety, I make sure to have about 3 of these a week, but I don't have them but I always have variety as well. I'll always buy a couple of fruits that are in season, fresh each week. I'll have on hand frozen acai berries, as well as those frozen wild blueberries and frozen strawberries. What to limit? Well, no fruit is off limits, and you always want to opt for variety so you never get bored of what you're eating. But I do recommend you limit fruits that are high in sugar. especially bananas, oranges, grapes, and pears. These are delicious to have on occasion in season, but shouldn't be a staple throughout your week. I also recommend limiting your fruit to not more than one serving each day. Although fruits are full of antioxidants and help with weight loss, too much fruit can lead to too much sugar in your diet. Even though it's sugar wrapped in fiber, it still can lead to increased blood sugar over time. So you want to eat fruit, but not more than one serving each day. You also want to avoid adulterated fruit. Fruit juice should be avoided because it has none of the fiber in it that comes with the whole fruit. None of the brakes on digestion that slow the transit of the food into your bloodstream. Fruit juice is like drinking soda. It goes directly into your bloodstream as sugar. None of the fiber. Also, limit dried fruit. Dried fruit has none of the water in it of fresh fruit. And all of that water expands the volume for the same amount of calories and makes us feel full. Think about how many whole apricots you could eat compared to how many dried apricots. For the same amount of calories, you get a lot fuller on the whole apricot. And finally, move away from smoothies. It's easy to just pop stuff in a blender and press on and make it into something you drink. But it turns out that when we drink our calories, they don't stretch our stomach as much. We tend to eat more and we feel less full as a result. So the process of chewing and swallowing your fruit is important. It not only slows the eating process, so you're more likely to get fullness signals, it also creates more volume in your stomach, which stretches your stomach and tells you to stop eating. How do you make eating a fruit a day a consistent habit in your life? To make any behavior consistent, it needs to be on autopilot. Think about brushing your teeth. You rarely need to remember or decide to brush your teeth. It's a fixed activity you do every day at a specific time. Same thing should be for fruit. You want to buy all your fruit in advance so you have it for the week and you're not having to go shopping for it day to day. That will also lead you to eat it because if you've purchased it, it's a reminder it needs to be eaten or else you're going to throw it away. And we tend to resist wanting to throw away food. Also, it's really helpful to keep frozen berries on hand because a lot of times you'll buy fruit for the week that's fresh, but it won't last the whole week. So towards the end of the week, you can supplement with your frozen fruit. That's what I do. I'll buy maybe 3 or 4 servings of fruit when I go supermarket shopping on the weekend. And towards the end of the week, I'll start using those frozen acai berries, blueberries, and strawberries. You also want to have fruit as part of a specific meal you have at the same time each day. This is a better behavior than trying to remember or snacking or adding it ad hoc throughout the day. You're more likely to forget it, and snacking leads to excess calorie intake. So have it part of your meal each day. How I personally do this is I'll make overnight oats in a batch for the week, and I'll add my fruit on top of that for breakfast each day. But having it as a fixture on my overnight oats is a visual cue that I remember to do every day to eat that fruit. And the fruit is always changing and it's always delicious and exciting. Now it's time for your action step. You'll get a lot more out of these tips if you take action after each tip and if you share your plan with others. So what I recommend you do now is reply to this post. How are you going to go about buying the fruit, preparing the fruit, and eating the fruit so you are getting a serving of fruit each day? And stay tuned. Next week, I'll share more tips for losing weight without dieting. To get an easy, actionable weight loss tip of the week, delivered to your inbox, click on the link below. And that way you'll receive one tip that you can take action on every single week that will help you lose weight in a sustainable and even enjoyable fashion. I look forward to seeing your plan to start eating one serving of fruit a day, and I'll see you next week. Thank you for watching.